It's on.
Oh, well, let's see who goes to a beautiful morning. So let's see who goes to the beach. And
It's going already.
We're early. How about that? We are early. It is the lady and the legend, and we are early. And you know what makes it good that we're early? Because Malpal is early. All right. So there you go. Malpal's
Who's
there.
Malpal?
Malpal. He's the only one we can hear. His sound is good already. There you go.
That's me that said that.
I know that. Let's see who goes.
And Danny Dodger fan Fuller is here.
And let's see who goes to the beach, and let's see who goes to the chat room. That's the important thing. Boston Paul has been here all night. Danny Fuller, all night for the last 2 weeks. Malpal, Roto Lady. And we'll see if the chat room fills up. Or if
Chris is here.
Chris who? Oh, Chris from Cambridge is here. Good morning. There you go. Here we come. Danny Fuller. Now we're talking. Now we're moving. Now we're going.
Okay.
Don't forget, if you missed yesterday, Andrea was running wild on Baseball Saturday. If you missed it, you missed a great presentation. So go over and check it out.
It's called Saturday Baseball.
Saturday Baseball with the Roto Lady.
Today is official Sal Frelick Day in the chat room.
All right. That's what you want to call it, Sal Frelick? Be my guest.
And Tina. Hello, Tina.
And good morning to Tina. Okay, now Andy complained that I had too much Dodger material. All right? And that I had too much to say about the Dodgers.
I hate the Dodgers. That's all I said.
Well, you know what? They didn't spend any money. People criticize them for not taking this season seriously, and they're playing great baseball.
They suck.
They beat the Rangers 58-39. 11. They move up to 56-40. 3 games up in the National League West. The entire lineup got hits on Friday. Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, J.D. Martinez each got 2, and the bullpen allowed just 1 run in 4 innings. That was Friday. And yesterday, Freddie Freeman hit 2 more home runs. Max Muncy, J.D. Martinez also went deep as they routed Texas 16-3. And the Dodgers, who won for the 10th time in 12 games, matched their season highs, 18 hits and 5 home runs.
Dodgers suck.
That's it? And she says the Dodgers suck. That's what you came here for, right?
All right. They won for the 10th time in 12 games, matched their season high. Did you hear that? Did you already say that?
Yeah, I already said it. I didn't talk about J.D. Martinez. He has been incredible.
Okay.
Has the most home runs and RBIs of any player who switched teams in the offseason. He's got 24 homers, 72 RBIs. No other player who switched teams in the offseason has more RBIs or home runs.
Freddie Freeman, SM King Turd, glad to see you back. Glad you're feeling better. He says Freddie's making a case for MVP. He's the first player in MLB history to record 20 homers, 35 doubles, 125 hits, 10 stolen bases, and 40 walks before August.
That's really incredible. Now, Freddie Freeman, MVP. So let's throw it out there. You got Acuna, who took the early lead for MVP. Atlanta's still playing well. You got Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman on the same team. So let's just knock it down. Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman? Who's your MVP? The Dodgers have won. They've taken all 3 series on this road trip out of the All-Star break.
All right. The Dodgers passed 7 innings, 17 runs, 16 hits, 4 doubles, 4 home runs, and 9 walks. Plus, you got Clayton Kershaw pitching another bullpen session tomorrow. And Dave Roberts said after that he's going to be against hitters. He's going up against hitters.
Yep, so that's pretty good. And don't forget, James Outman is 15 for 46 in the month of July. That's a .326 batting average if you're scoring at home. The Dodgers turned a 7th-round pick that he needed to rebuild his swing. Everybody said that. But they made him a legitimate above average big league hitter, 15 for 46, came into the month batting .231. He is now batting .247.
All right, Gavin Lux is with the Dodgers in Arlington. He's got family in the area, and he's continuing rehab from a torn ACL and LCL. Said he will be able to start running on the field at the end of next week and could start swinging a bat off a tee early August.
Gavin Lux coming back. Good morning to Leonard Donaldson. Good morning to James Caplion. Good morning to Daniel Ferrara. Morning to Laura. Morning to post-1958, SM King Turd, Tommy Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, the chat room is going good. Okay, so that takes care of the Dodgers. Now, before the show, Andy actually complained that I had too much Dodger stuff. But how could you not? I mean, we had stuff. I don't think anything we said was overwhelming, nor was it underwhelming. So I think it was good. Say, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Really, with some sophistication.
I don't even know what I'm apologizing
You're
for.
apologizing for criticizing me for having too much Dodger stuff.
I wasn't criticizing you.
So what was it?
I don't like the Dodgers, and I don't want to...
Oh, she doesn't... All right, what teams can we talk about?
Is that criticizing you?
Yeah,
because I don't want to spend half an hour talking about the ridiculous Dodgers.
Half an hour. Can we talk about Giancarlo Stanton? He is at 391 homers. He only needs a little more than a homer in his age 33 season. Does anybody in the chat room, come on everybody, time to get the chat room moving on a Sunday morning.
He needs more than 100. He needs 109 to get to 500. So,
Will
I mean...
Stanton hit 500 home runs.
Yeah.
Will Giancarlo Stanton
Probably.
hit
I mean, what do you think?
500
He's going to
home runs?
retire soon?
Well, just my question.
Let's talk about the official chat room player of the day, Sal Frelick. 3 hits yesterday, but that isn't even really the best part of what he did. If you look at the highlights, you'll see all the defensive stuff that he did.
Oh, he made 2 great catches.
He's the only... Okay, Sal Frelick's 3 hits are tied for the most by a Brewers player in his MLB debut. He's the only one out of 3 to also have multiple RBI. He was called up to the big leagues for the first time yesterday. He batted number 6 in the order. He played right field. He's 23 years old. He singled in each of his first 3 at-bats before plating the winning run for Milwaukee with a sacrifice fly in the 8th. He should see an everyday role for the club right off the bat, and I have him in the NL only. My whole team sucks, but it's getting great because I have a lot of good youngsters that I got late in the draft and will be keeping them next year.
The Brewers have a dastardly lack of production in right field this season, so it stands to reason that Frelick should, now listen to this very carefully.
I just said it.
But he should see an everyday role right off the bat. Every day. Okay? I don't think you said that.
Yes, I did.
No, every day. Every day for Sal.
Okay,
Frelick.
I know you don't listen to me, but
Okay.
Johnny
Okay.
Cueto.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Did anybody suggest that you pitch Johnny Cueto? How many in the chat room actually pitched Johnny Cueto yesterday?
I mean, if you're desperate, but
got sick. Even if you're desperate.
he was good, and the Marlins still lost. They're just in a whole rut right now.
No, he was terrific. He wasn't just good. 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and the Marlins lose again, 8 in a row. So you're right. Colorado wins 4-3. Wins the series for the first time since 2013. Cueto was not just good. Reports are Johnny Cueto was great. Now, let me ask you this question. The Marlins are 0-8. Johnny Cueto, perfect example. Every time he pitched...
Looks like Danny Fuller had him in his lineup yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
And Lorenzen on the bench.
Every time Johnny Cueto pitched, it was awful. And the word had it, especially from me, don't pitch Johnny Cueto. Don't pitch Johnny Cueto. Now, here's where I'm asking you this. But the Marlins showed a lot of confidence in Johnny Cueto.
They don't have a choice.
Well, they had a choice. You didn't have to pitch him if he was pitching so poorly as we thought. But they were there. they thought he actually pitched well.
Well,
Every time a pitcher like Cueto goes out on the mound, it's not always about winning. He pitched terrific. So do you sometimes take a look at the team and say, even though I don't like Cueto, I don't like what he's doing, the Marlins love what he's doing, and they're pitching him. Do you ever take that into consideration? Not what you think, not what you think you see, but what the team does with the player.
Yes, I do. Absolutely, I take that into consideration way more than what any person tells me to believe.
Okay, and I think that's a good idea. King Hap, good morning to you, and away
James
we go.
Caprillon's here.
There we go. All right, chat room starting.
Laura, Mary, Leonard
There
Donaldson,
we
Daniel's here, Boston Paul. Why aren't you telling everybody hi? King Hap is here.
I did say hi to everybody.
King Hap.
I think everybody's high. That's what I'm thinking.
Just
All right.
because I am doesn't mean everybody.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Okay,
Anthony,
wait. Today he's wearing your Happy Hour Social Club shirt, the blue one.
Yeah.
It's a Mets color.
Yeah, I'm wearing this. I wear King Hap's clothes.
Post is here. Yes, we love the swag that King Hap sent us, and we wear it because it's comfortable.
Comfortable.
It's great quality
talk
stuff.
About comfortable. My biggest disappointment of the season, Anthony Rendon.
Why did you believe in this guy? I mean, the first year I played Tout Wars, Anthony Rendon was. I picked him.
Well,
that was That was like 8 years ago.
He had some MRI results. He is unlikely to return for weeks. We thought he was coming back. He hasn't played since July 4th against the Padres, and he's not coming back he may not be back for the season.
Okay.
So, there you go.
So, Kyle Tucker's doing very good, batting .500, 14 extra base hits, and 24 RBIs over a span of 13 road games. Only people that have done that since 1920 are Rogers Hornsby, Ty Cobb, and Lou Gehrig.
Well, I'll tell you, for the last time, I didn't think that
you didn't like Tucker.
I did not like Kyle.
You don't
Tucker.
like his swing.
But it's the last time I'm saying it. I keep saying it over and over again.
Well, it's about time.
Because I tell you how many players I love to have come through. But Kyle Tucker is a much bigger player than I ever thought. So let's give Kyle Tucker.
Hey, the Mets are 10-5 over their past 15 games.
Okay, so who thinks the Mets have a chance? Who thinks the Mets absolutely have a chance?
Well, after what Max Scherzer did last night, I mean, good grief. Max Scherzer has given up twice as many home runs, okay, in 45 less innings than last year. Last year he gave up 13 homers in 145 innings. Now he's given up 22 homers in 100 innings.
Well, I'll tell you, between Scherzer and Verlander, I don't think there was anybody who didn't understand. According to Chris from Cambridge,
oh, good grief,
he swings like Wayne Gretzky at the golf course. That's pretty good. Yeah, his swing is a little unorthodox. But now,
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
I think it was so obvious that when Verlander and Scherzer, they're still going to be good pitchers, but they're not going to be Scherzer and Verlander. And Scherzer
Scherzer is not having a great season.
Well, in 2022, he's given up.
I just said this.
Yeah, home runs, 2023. And the Mets had to, Trevor Gott has allowed 6 earned runs in 1 2/3 inning, spanning his last 4 games.
All right.
Did the Mets really have to eat $4 million on Chris Flexen's contract so they can acquire Trevor Gott? This is bad. Okay, this is bad.
Mark Vientos went 3 for 6 with an RBI.
The Mets are not far from having to play Vientos every day to not getting Trevor Batty in the lineup and
Brett Beatty.
Yeah, Brett Beatty. And how about a Green Monster double in the 6th inning by Pete Alonso? He snapped a streak of 44 consecutive plate appearances without an extra base.
Well, he probably wasn't kicking any coolers yesterday, so that's good.
Well, all right. That could be good. Scherzer threw 7 shutout innings against the Dodgers. Gave up 4 home runs to the Red Sox tonight. So he's given up 4 home runs. The last time he did that was in a wild card game last season. Hadn't done it in a regular season since 2021. And what about Tristan Casas, Andy?
23 years and 188 days old, the second youngest MLB player in history to have a multi-homer game off a pitcher with 3,000 or more strikeouts. The youngest was Lou Gehrig, who hit 2 home runs off Walter Johnson in 1926.
The Mets are 1-16, 1 for 16 with 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, with the bases loaded and nobody out this year. The Mets are just not a winning team. So don't think that they're on a hot streak.
They're 10-5 in the last 15.
Unbelievable.
So what's wrong with that?
And people are going to jump on that. Every team goes through a hot streak. That's their hot streak. And it's not even a hot streak. It's not like the White Sox, who after 100 games are 41-59. All right? Did anybody envision the White Sox after 100 to be 41-59?
No.
No. Did anybody think Nick Madrigal would have more home runs than Tim Anderson and the White Sox would have such a terrible record? Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody. Now, let me ask you a question. What team has the best record since the All-Star game?
Minnesota Twins.
That's right, the Minnesota Twins. What team has the worst record?
Miami.
There you go.
But Arizona's not doing great either.
Kansas City's 2-7, Arizona's 2-6, Pittsburgh 2-6, Tampa 3-6.
Yeah, they're not good right now.
You think they're going to bounce back?
Yes.
You know how many people they had in Cincinnati? Where's J.R. Matz? How many people did they have in Cincinnati last night?
40,625.
Mitchell Horston will second that. Good morning to Mitchell. How about that?
This is the most exciting season the Reds have had since they made it to the World Championship in 1990.
Unbelievable. So Cincinnati doing it. And the Giants?
Verlander's not going to the Giants.
He's going. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes.
He's got a no-trade clause.
But he
Why do these writers pick these people with
no trade clause? Doesn't mean he doesn't want to be traded. It only means that he wants leverage, and they have to trade. They have to give him a bonus to trade him.
Yeah,
that's what that means. Okay.
All right.
Now the Guardians have the second highest batting average in the game since the start of June, okay? And their rookie starters are coming through. I'll tell you what. Do you think the Guardians are going to be buyers or sellers?
Buyers.
You think they're going to be buyers, okay? Mm-hmm. And what about the Shohei Ohtani? I don't want to get into the whole thing, but since May 6th, Shohei Ohtani has had 10 games where he failed to reach base safely. The Angels are 0-10 in the games that Shohei Ohtani has not reached base safely.
Yeah.
And they have scored a total of 17 runs.
Time for the games.
It's not time for the games yet.
All right.
We still got about 3 or 4 more minutes. C.J. Cron was scratched with lower back stiffness. Now, he has not been traded. He is still a trade candidate. And Daniel Vogelbach, everybody wants to know, why are they playing Vogelbach? You know why? 4 home runs in his last 21 games. Not as good as Austin Riley, right?
5-game home run streak, tied for the longest in Braves history.
Okay, that's Austin Riley, okay. Do you know that over 79% of Joey Gallo's swings this year have been whiffs or fouls? And if that sounds high, it obviously is. It would be an all-time Major League Baseball record for whiffing or fouling.
Corbin Burns is heating up.
Yes, he is.
He's doing great in July. His ERA is 1.33. His WHIP is .63 in 4 games started, 27 innings pitched. Right. He's got a 36.4% strikeout rate and a .092 batting average against.
Gotta thank everybody for coming to the chat room. You're doing a great job on a nice sunny Sunday morning. All right, let's go to the games, okay? Andy's already scrolling. She's itchy. Andrea, you wouldn't believe
I get to talk about the Mets.
the time that Andrea wakes up in the morning at 5 a.m. and starts working her magic on the games. It's pretty incredible. So, Andy, be my guest.
Brandon Nimmo and Vogelbach each hit a 2-run homer before it started to rain. The Mets beat the Red Sox when their game resumed as part of a day-night doubleheader to win 5-4.
So many suspended games. I don't remember a year where there was so many games suspended.
Well, Boston's been raining the last couple days.
I understand, but still, throughout Major League Baseball, suspended games, not just in Boston. And, of course, in the second game, Tristan Casas had 4 hits in a doubleheader. He had 2 home runs off of Scherzer in the night game to help the Red Sox beat the Mets and salvage a split.
Casas batted .194 as a September call-up last season and was still batting below .200 this year on June 13. But since then, he's hitting .341 with 7 homers and 16 RBI in 27 games.
Triple Play is here. Good morning.
He also had his first multi-homer game.
And the player really coming on, Steve Phillips, is Masataka Yoshida. Had 3 hits in the night game. Justin Turner homered to give the Red Sox the 8-3 lead. And Pete Alonso, finally.
You don't finish your sentences.
It doesn't matter. You're sitting there banging your head as if I'm bothering you.
I'm banging my head?
Yeah.
On what?
On your hands. Pete Alonso, 4 hits.
I don't even, honestly.
What? All right, Andrea doesn't want to do it anymore.
That's unbelievable that you would say that.
Okay. Kenley Jansen. You're confusing me now. Kenley Jansen got Vogelbach to pinch hit. I still don't understand why Vogelbach is in the lineup. All right, go ahead, Andy.
I'm good.
For what?
What? Do you want to talk about Kansas City?
Let's talk about Grant Hardwick, who pitched 2 scoreless innings. David Robertson picked up the save. Brian Bello goes on the paternity list. Go ahead. Kansas City and the Yankees.
LeMahieu hit a go-ahead home run in the 7th. Garrett Cole struck out 10. The Yankees beat the Royals 5-2.
Giancarlo Stanton homered, drove in 3 runs. Anthony Volpe, he's really turning it on. He doubled and he stole the base. And what I noticed about Volpe, it's not just he's the fastest guy. He knows how to run the bases, especially if there's any player taking advantage of the new rule. It's Volpe. He knows how to do it. You ever see him take a lead?
No.
He takes a lead. He threatens the pitcher every time to throw to first. So, Yankees, who won their 2nd straight game, pick up their first series win in July. New York has won 17 of the last 29 games against Kansas City.
Nick Pratto homered. Brady Singer struck out 9. He had another good start at Yankee Stadium. The Royals lost the 7th time in 9 games following the All-Star break. But LeMahieu hit his first homer since June 13. It was a span of 90 at-bats. He entered the game 4 for his last 19.
Now, is Garrett Cole going to be your number 1 pitcher next year?
Yeah.
He scattered 5 hits across 6 1/3. He completed 6 innings 14 times in 20 starts. He's 32 years old. He struck out 21 over his last 2 innings. Is Garrett Cole going to be your number 1 pick? Yes. You said yes. And
I will never draft Garrett Cole in my life. Never.
You just said he'll be your number 1 pick.
I was being sarcastic. I think you know me better than that. Cole is never on my roster.
Oh, okay. Ooh. His 10 strikeout performance, 4th double-digit effort of the season. He struck out at least 6 in all his career starts against Kansas City.
Well, Singer is doing good. He allowed 2 runs over 6 innings. He's got a 2.16 ERA in 16 2/3 innings with 24 strikeouts at Yankee Stadium, even though he's still winless in all 3 of those starts.
And the Yankees held on to Gleyber Torres, who singled and drove in a run. He has now got a 12-game hitting streak.
Clay Holmes, 13th save.
And Tommy Canale He struck out 2 and did not break a water cooler. Did not. You know what the Yankees are doing?
Has he broken water coolers before?
3 or 4 times he breaks water coolers. Then you had another player on the Yankees flip off the fans. I forget who that was. Yankees are in a lot of trouble.
I don't think he was flipping off the fans. He was flipping off somebody who was heckling him.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes.
Who was it? You remember?
I can't remember, but
Yeah. The Yankees.
it was Josh Donaldson, probably.
Yeah, maybe. The Yankees improved to an American League best 25-12 during the day games, and Harrison Bader held out of the game, but entered as a defensive replacement, so that's a good sign.
Severino against Jordan Lyles tonight, and poor Jordan Lyles tied for the Major League lead in losses.
Okay, Jordan Lyles not doing well. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat room once again. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate your support, especially...
See, the chat room knew my sarcasm. They knew I'm not drafting Cole. How is it that I spend 24 hours a day with you 7 days a week and you don't know my feelings for Garrett Cole?
Because it's not 24.
Because he's overrated.
It's not 24 hours. 7.
He's
about
got
23.
23 hours a day?
Yeah.
Does that make it better to not know how much I despise Cole?
You despise Cole?
I don't like Cole. I think he's a whiny.
But we're talking about fantasy baseball.
He's not good. He doesn't deserve to be a first-round pick. His ERA will probably be 3 by the end of the season.
Well, who's better? Who's better?
There's quite a few better.
Okay. Randall Grichuk hit a go-ahead single in the ninth inning. Colorado rallied from an early 3-run deficit and beat Miami again. Look out. 7th save. Does anybody have Justin Lawrence? He pitched a scoreless ninth, and he's got his 7th save of the season for Colorado.
And I have to say that Johnny Cueto kept the scoreless.
Yeah.
He held Colorado scoreless to the 7th inning. So, good grief, Johnny Cueto did great. Nolan Jones hit a 3-run homer.
First start since April 3rd.
And Daniel Bard.
Getting
a win.
But I got to tell you, Luis Arraez hit a ground rule double, and he's still in the game. He's batting .375 now, so he's still in. And Kyle Freeland said...
Every day they want to talk about his batting average.
Kyle Freeland has said that his shoulder is moving well following his second bullpen session. As I said, C.J. Cron, late scratch, but they say he's okay.
But Freeland says he could return to the mound next weekend.
Yep.
All right. Jesus Luzardo, Malpal, goes up against, we don't know yet for the Rockies. They haven't announced a starter, but I wish I know.
Looking good.
Is Malpal looking good?
He's looking great. Look at him. He looks
Why does he look different today than any other day?
Malpal looks great.
Why? Because we haven't seen him in a while?
I haven't seen him. The chat room is looking good.
Mitchell's here.
Mitchell is here.
Hello, Mitchell. Rotorius is here.
Rotorius has made it in.
Triple play. Hello. Good. Tommy Johnson.
Oh, baby. Look at this. Happy birthday to Tommy Johnson. Cody Bellinger could be the best player in baseball now. Drove in 4 runs. Nico Horner had 3 of the Cubs, 15 hits.
King Turd greatly dislikes Rizzo. Is that what I should say about Cole? I greatly dislike him. It kind of sounds better, right?
Yes,
it sounds less offensive.
Sounds more professional.
Who's trying to be professional?
Not you, obviously. So the Cubs, with 15 hits, beat the Cardinals in a wet and wild matchup. Okay?
I greatly dislike. That does sound kind of like it does sound better than despising someone.
All right. Bellinger.
Yes, I love Bellinger.
Could be on the move. I think
that.
the word could should be taken out. Will be on the move.
No.
Who do you think? Remember, he was 2019 MVP. He's 42 for 110, 21 RBIs in his last 30 games. Your opinion, who's getting Cody Bellinger?
Cubbies.
They already have him. You think they're going to keep him?
I don't know.
Of course you don't know, but I want your opinion. It's a guess.
I think they might sign him next year because Unholy says they have the money to do it. So to me, whether or not he gets traded, I mean, if I was in charge, I would probably try to get something for him since they're not going to win the playoffs. They're not going to make it to the World Series realistically. I can business decision trade him. But he's such a good fit with the Cubs. You could tell he really likes it there. The fans love him. And Unholy says that the Cubbies have plenty of money to sign him again. So why not trade him and get a couple of pieces in return to make their playoff chances just a little more solidified for next year? So as far as...
you say trade him and then re-sign him?
Yes.
Wow.
But I don't... we talk about that all the time when players get traded, but I don't remember a player ever getting traded and then signing back with the team.
I think Ohtani, there's a chance that'll happen.
Nah.
There's a chance. Don't forget.
The Angels don't have the money to sign him.
But you have the respect of the player. So you go to the player.
He's got the respect of every player and fan in baseball.
And you say, here's the story. We're going to trade you. Do you think it makes our team better getting these players? If you agree and like what we're doing, will you sign with us next year if the price is right?
Well,
that's
what do you think the answer to that is? Yes, of course, if the price is right. He loves the West Coast. He's already said that.
Okay.
But it's all about being on a winning team.
So,
the Angels are going to have to fork out money for him, and they can't get him back unless they commit to winning, which they haven't done in years. So,
okay. Can you put up a contest just using Ohtani and Bellinger? What team will they sign with? Whoever gets them both right wins the prize. All right, you want to try that?
No, I don't.
No shit. Lars Newtbar.
But we could do it in the chat room.
Yeah, just the chat room people.
Chat room people, you could tell us who you think. I'm getting a hot flash because of you.
All right. We'll just hold off on that until she decides that she's not hot flashing anymore. Holy mackerel. Why do they call it menopause? Okay, that's because
you
men have to pause when these women go through this crazy stuff, right? Men have to pause.
It's probably true.
You don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know that's what it is.
That's just funny that you said that. I never thought of that before.
It should be that men
you
have
never
to
said
pause.
that to me before.
Why should I?
It's funny.
I don't know what's going on. Lars Newtbar and Nolan Gorman, homer for St. Louis. They've dropped 2 in a row.
But did we talk about Bellinger hitting .382 with 21 RBIs in his last 30 games, and he's hitting .353 against lefties?
I'll tell you, Bellinger and Ohtani. If anybody picks their landing spot for both of them, you'll be subject to a prize. Okay?
Leonard Donaldson says Ohtani isn't traded and Bellinger goes to the Yankees.
All right, write it down.
But the Yankees are not in the mood to acquire players. They're last in the American League.
Send me an email with your answer, lennymelnick@gmail.com. Okay, write that down. lennymelnick@gmail.com. Ohtani and Bellinger. Where will they be going or staying or what are they going to be doing? The winners get a prize. Okay? Simple. You got that? Good. All right, now.
All right, but, okay. Wilson Contreras.
Wait a second.
Yes.
Adbert Azalea.
Yes, I like him.
Worked the ninth save. Are you kidding?
I like him.
I drafted him as a starter this year. Okay?
Was he?
Serving as an opener, Fulmer pitched 2 innings.
He stinks.
And Dansby Swanson was activated. Okay, so there you go.
Tommy Edman hit off a tee on Friday. So you got that going. And then tonight you get to see Jordan Montgomery. He's actually 4-0 with a 1.47 ERA over his last 7 starts against Jamison Tyone.
Okay.
Freeman, oh, good. Okay, Danny, your wish is coming true. I have to report on the ridiculous Dodgers. Freeman hit 2 home runs. Muncy and J.D. Martinez also went deep, and they beat the Texas Rangers 16-3. The Dodgers won for the 10th time in 12 games, matched their season highs with 18 hits and 5 home runs. Johnny DeLuca got a home run. That was their final home run of the game off of Brad Miller, who was pitching, okay, the final 2 innings. It was the most lopsided loss of the season for the Rangers, who have dropped back-to-back games after coming out of the All-Star break with a 6-game winning streak, and that was their longest since 2019. All right, Freeman's hitting .328 after going 4 for 5 with his 19th and 20th homers. We told you about him being the first Dodger with 20 home run and 35 doubles before August.
And Dane Dunning, someone who everybody's jumping on, had his shortest start of the season, allowing 5 runs in 3 innings.
And Bobby Miller, rookie starter, 2 days in a row they've had rookie starters. He gave up Marcus Semion's 14th homer on the second pitch, but then he worked 6 solid innings, struck out 6, didn't walk anybody, and allowed 3 runs.
And in case you missed it before, Clayton Kershaw throw another bullpen on Monday before facing hitters.
The Dodgers are 15-6 at Globe Life Field.
So
Corey Seager went on the injured list. He's got a sprained right thumb after he dove head first, trying to get to second base. He said an MRI showed no structural issues. Also, Adolis Garcia, he's leading the American League with 80 RBIs.
Wait, Daniel Ferrara's here now.
He's been here.
He has been? All right, guy.
Garcia was hit on the hand by a pitch in the 4th inning. He stayed in the game for a while, but then he was lifted for a pinch hitter an inning later. He had x-rays. They came back negative, and he will continue to be evaluated.
Okay.
So the Rangers are going to try to avoid being swept tonight at home for the first...
Rangers are in a lot of trouble. They're in a lot of trouble. The idea of playing without Jake DeGrom, they thought they would have him, really will take its toll.
King Turd makes a good point about Sheehan. He says that he's on the chopping block today. He's afraid that he's about to get shut down. And that happens with these youngsters. Martin Perez is going to face the Dodgers for the first time in his career. They're the only MLB team he's never faced against Emmett Sheehan, who SM King Turd is considering cutting because he's afraid that he is
I agree with him.
Not only that, but he's got a 4.91 ERA.
I agree. TJ Friedel, Eddie Heckman's boy. Matt McClain, Jake Friedel. Where is Eddie Heckman? He didn't make
I hope he still likes us.
I hope he's still a friend. We hope Eddie Heckman having some trouble making some trades.
Even Danny Fuller says the Rangers are going to win today.
TJ Friedel, Matt McClain, Jake Friedel hit consecutive home runs in the 6th inning. Cincinnati beat Arizona 4-2 for their 4th win in a row. How about that?
Now Cincinnati is within 1 game of the Brewers in the NL Central for first place. The Diamondbacks called up Brandon Pfaadt yesterday, recalled from AAA. He retired 16 in a row after Spencer Steer led off the first with a single before Friedel started the power spree. The Reds last hit 3 consecutive homers in 2022. But Brandon Williamson, Reds rookie pitcher, had another strong outing. He allowed 1 run and 3 hits. He has allowed just 5 runs in his last 20 innings, and his ERA is 2.25 in that span.
Corbin Carroll hit his 20th home run in the 9th off Alexis Diaz,
who got his 29th save.
Got his 29th
Can you
save.
believe that?
The
That's
Diamondbacks are 2-6 on the trip to drop 4 games behind the first-place Dodgers. Everything is going the Dodger way.
Ellie De La Cruz came in as a pinch runner in the 8th inning and scored, to make it 4-1.
That's right. He's a tremendous.
Did you talk about the Diamondbacks are 2-6 on the trip?
I don't remember if I did, but you just mentioned it.
Anyways, despite the 3 homers in the 6th, Brandon Pfaadt overall has his best outing in the major leagues, posting he posted a 9.82 ERA in his first 6 starts, but yesterday was his best outing so far in the majors. And tonight you get to see Luke Weaver against, we don't know, the Diamondbacks are expected to have a bullpen game, but they haven't announced their opener yet.
Thank you to the chat room for supporting us on a Sunday morning where you could be out at the pool. Right, Daniel? Ryan O'Hearn, pinch hit RBI single in the 9th.
Now, pal. He says he lost sound when we were talking about the Dodgers. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you.
The Orioles rebounded. They blew a 5-run lead to beat Tampa. Tampa's in a lot of trouble. The Orioles have won 11 out of 14, took a 1-game lead over the second-place Rays. Baltimore started July half a game behind Tampa.
6.5
6.5. I'm sorry, 6.5.
But Tampa dropped to an AL worst 4-13 in July.
25,000, okay, at the game.
Felix Bautista got his 27th save. McClanahan, trying to be the major's first 12-game winner, he lasted only 4 innings. He allowed 5 runs, 5 hits, walked 3, took him 86 pitches in his second start after coming back from the injured list. He was 6-0 with a 2.14 ERA in 8 previous starts against the Orioles. He went up against Grayson Rodriguez, who gave up 2 runs and 3 hits over 5 2/3 in his second start after spending 2 months in the minors.
There you go. Taylor Walls went on the 10-day injured list. Got a left oblique strain. He could miss 4 to 6 weeks.
That sucks.
He is done.
And tonight you get to see great Tyler Wells against Taj Bradley.
Toronto and Seattle. Mariners used a 5-run 7th inning against the Toronto bullpen. They rallied to win it 9-8 over the Blue Jays. The teams combined for 7 home runs, including each side a 3-run homer. Seattle led
No. Each side earned a 3-homer inning. Each side got 3 homers in an inning.
That's what I said. They earned a 3-inning homer. Same thing.
A 3-inning homer.
Yeah. No.
You first said 3-run homer.
So a 3-run homer in the inning. You know what I'm saying. 9 of the past 11 meetings between the teams have been decided by 1 run or in extra innings. How about that? That's Seattle against
the Blue Jays.
Against Toronto. I think Toronto's going to be in the playoffs.
Cal Raleigh homered twice. Dylan Moore and Julio Rodriguez also homered. Julio, it was his first homer since June 24th. But on the other side, you had Vladdy Jr., Brandon Bell, and Kiermaier all homering for the Blue Jays in the 5th inning off of Logan Gilbert. Whoa. Bell and Guerrero went back-to-back. All right, Dalton Varsho hit a 2-out RBI single and later scored. Saturday's game was the first in the majors where both teams had a 3-homer inning since 2018, when the Royals and the White Sox also did it.
And Kevin Gausman matched his career high, allowing 4 homers, but still made it through 6 innings with 9 strikeouts. Gilbert lasted 5 innings, 5 runs, 8 hits. Seattle placed A.J. Pollock, who hasn't had a great year.
He's got a hamstring strain.
He's done.
They said that he's been dealing with that for a while.
And guess who's here? Taylor Trammell. He's back. Taylor Trammell hasn't done anything, but everybody knows him.
He's back for outfield depth.
Recalled from AAA, and Hyun-Shin Ryu through 6 innings on Friday is expected to join the Blue Jays in Los Angeles early next week. And Genesis Cabrera is
but hold on.
Expected to join the
team. Said that Ryu is going to join the team in Los Angeles early next week, but there's still no plan for his return to the rotation, okay? He still missed the entire...
What is he going to do, play third base?
Just because he's traveling with the team doesn't mean he's in the rotation.
Oh, yeah, it means they're scheduling him to pitch. They're finding a spot for him. Okay? It means if you want to pick him up, do it. San Diego and Detroit, Luis Capusano, 4 hits, including a home run. San Diego
Padres
routed Detroit. Right?
Malpal. They beat him 14-3 for their 4,000th victory in franchise history. And my boy,
Malpal has seen them all.
My favorite player in baseball, Macho Man. He homered yesterday.
Who's Macho Man? Oh, Machado? All right, go ahead.
He homered, and Kim homered, and Jackson Wolf won his big league debut. He waited out an 84-minute rain delay in the second. He gave up 3 runs on 6 hits and a walk in 5 innings. So Jackson Wolf.
How about Laura? Is Mary here?
Yes.
I don't see her. Where is she?
She just hangs out and listens.
No, you got to put your name in the chat. Come on, Mary. Juan Soto homered twice on Friday, hitting an RBI double. Machado followed with a 3-run homer. Andrea may have mentioned that, may not have. San Diego scored once in the 7th,
Daniel.
3 times in the 8th. Come on, we got to see Mary in the chat room. Go ahead.
About Daniel saying Macho Man is Randy Savage? But can Macho Man be Machado too?
No. Macho Man is already taken. Come up with a new name.
Macho Manny?
That's good. I like that. Macho Manny. Go ahead.
Okay. So what are we doing?
San Francisco and
Juan Soto hit a double.
I already said that. Talk about San Francisco and the Nats. C.J. Abrams homered. C.J. Abrams.
It was his bobblehead night last night.
That's right. It was. It should have been Eddie Heckman's bobblehead night. Josiah Gray earns his first win since the end of June.
I see Laura typing.
Washington routed San Diego. Okay, San Francisco's lost 4 in a row since their 7-game winning streak. How about that?
I'm not paying attention.
Absolutely not. Logan Webb's night sent the 2-run homer to the first seats.
And now the Dodgers are 4 games back behind the Dodgers. I mean, the Diamondbacks are now 4 games behind the Dodgers. It's their biggest deficit in the division race since July 4th. And Logan Webb had a crappy night. All right, it was the first time that Abrams went deep in back-to-back games. He also collected his 10th multi-hit game of July after recording 13 in his first 81 games. He's batting .413 in 11 games since they moved him to the leadoff spot.
Oh, Mary just reported in. She said, "Let's go Mets." You could do better than that. And how about what's the shortstop?
She likes Brandon Nimmo.
Good. How about Abrams? 19 for 46 in 11 games since moving. You said that?
Yes.
All right.
But I want to talk about Webb.
Go ahead. Be my guest.
Unfortunately, he allowed 6 runs and struck out 2 in 1 1/3 innings. It was his shortest outing in 98 career starts. He pitched at least 5 innings in each of his 20 prior starts this season.
Okay.
And tonight you get to see Scott Alexander against Mackenzie Gore.
Philadelphia, Cleveland, and who's the one who's been telling you to get Tanner Beebe? Who? Who is it, Andy?
You, Leonard.
That's been me. Struck out 8 and 7 dominant innings. Cleveland 1-0 win over Philadelphia. Tanner Beebe limited the Phillies 2 hits, 1 walk. He's 24 years old, permitted 1 runner to get past first. His name, Tanner Beebe or Bybee. I don't know, whatever he is. I've been telling you about him for months.
Tanner B.
Tanner B. Now, time to get him, okay?
Class A, 27 save and 34 opportunities. Zach Wheeler, 7 innings, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts. It was his first loss since May 22nd, but he still pitched great.
Phillies lost their 4th in a row, fell 2 games out of the final National League. I'm telling you, Phillies are going to be in it. I'm saying now...
You didn't finish your sentence.
I'm getting off the White Sox bandwagon because...
Well, it's about time, okay?
But I'm saying it's going to be the Phillies against the Blue Jays. Go. 38,000. Okay? Back-to-back home sellouts for Cleveland.
Yeah, the first time since 2018.
Yep, 38,000. Go ahead.
Harper became the 25th player in MLB history to appear in more than 1,400 games before making his first career start in the infield. He went 0 for 3.
Yeah, did you see what he did? He almost killed himself. He was going after a foul ball, and he fell into the dugout. I mean, it really looked
That's
like...
because he hustles everywhere he goes.
He hustles, but I'll tell you what. Playing first base is not injury-free. Austin Riley homered for the 5th straight game. He's 10 for 21, 6 homers, 16 RBIs, and 9 runs over the last 5 games. He hit his 3-run shot off Adrian Hauser. Go ahead.
Did you say that the Brewers beat the Braves 4-3?
I may have.
I doubt it.
You could say it again. Hauser matched the career high with 10 strikeouts. Alan Winans making his debut, 2 runs, 4 1/3.
Brian Snichter said Max Fried is expected to make at least 1 more rehab appearance before he's activated. He hasn't pitched for the Braves since May 5th because of his forearm. And Brandon Woodruff threw 3 shutout innings in a rehab with Single-A Wisconsin yesterday. He hasn't pitched in the majors since April 7th. And tonight you get to see Bryce Elder against Julio Teheran.
Okay, White Sox played Minnesota. Christian Vasquez drove in the tying run. Michael Taylor followed with an RBI.
Merrill's here. Hello, Merrill.
Hey, Merrill's here? Good. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you all in the great chat room, the greatest of all time. Tito Luna and Cheetah. Hey, everybody's coming in. Thank you, all the people, on a Sunday morning. You could be at the beach, But where did you decide to go? To the chat room, and we love you for that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Did you tell the Twins beat the White Sox 3-2?
That's right. Now they know.
Jordan Balazovic.
Yeah. Pitched a scoreless seventh.
He earned his first win, and Yohan Duran pitched a scoreless ninth for a 17th save.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Dylan Cease, 1 run and struck out 9 in 6 innings, but still didn't factor in the decision. This guy gets screwed so much. He has earned no decisions in 9 of his last 10 starts, thanks to the offense on this team. And Twins starter Sonny Gray allows 7 hits and 2 runs in 6 innings. He struck out 4 and 1 walk. Carlos Correa reached base 4 times. And the Twins have now won 7 of 9 games since the All-Star break. They have the best record in baseball, and they hold on to first place in the AL Central.
Yep, they have a great record since the All-Star game, that's for sure.
Just tonight you get to see Giolito and the winless White Sox in his last 2 starts against the Twins this year. He goes up against Bailey Ober, who's doing great. He's
doing great, yes. Okay, I just agree with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. 2-something ERA.
Astros and the A's. Zach.
That's why I didn't say it.
Yeah, I know.
Gelof.
Gelof hit his first Major League home run in the 7th. The A's snapped a 9-game losing streak to Houston. They beat the Astros 4-1. Seth Brown, 10th homer. His 3rd straight year reaching double digits. He's always good for 10 or more homers. And Christian Javier didn't allow a hit until Gelof's 1-out single in the 6th, and then couldn't recover. Finished with a season-high 6 walks, 5 strikeouts.
Alex Bregman homered for a 3rd straight game for Houston. Paul Blackburn has yet to record a decision in 7 career games and 6 starts against Houston. He allowed 1 run, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, and walked 3 over 5 1/3.
The chat room is at its fullest now than it's ever been today. How about that? Look at that chat room. Are you kidding? Southpaw has Craig Roloff has made it in. Woo! Yip-de-doo, Craig. Good to see you. Whoa, what a great surprise. Southpaw. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Javier lost for the first time in 13 starts since April 29th. He's winless in 7 starts since June 3rd and hasn't pitched past the 6th inning in his last 7 outings. Right. But Kyle Tucker, still on a roll, doubled in the 1st. He's got a 19-game road hitting streak for the Astros. The Astros had won all 8 previous matchups this year with Oakland. But Oakland, 14,000 on fireworks night.
How about that's it? 14,000 on fireworks night?
It's still good for them.
Altuve went through a lighter workout.
He
was day to day. Michael Brantley took live batting practice. He's been doing that for, 3 years in a row now? And finally, Pittsburgh and the Angels. Andy Rodriguez, okay? He was nervous playing in his first couple of big league games. He's 23. He's a catcher. Hit his first homer and was behind the plate as Pittsburgh combined on a 5-hitter for a 3-0 win.
Brian Reynolds and Carlos Santana had RBI hits in the 5th. Pittsburgh won for only the 4th time in 17 games this month.
Luis Rengifo had 2 hits for the Angels. They were blanked for the 4th time and had their 4-game winning streak snapped with Ohtani 0 for 4, striking out 3 times.
Reed Detmer struck out 9, but he didn't retire the Pirates in order in any of his 5 innings. Still, he did a good job. He allowed 6 hits and walked 2.
David Bednar entered for an eventful 9th inning and
19th save.
Got his 19th save.
Moniak has the major's longest current hitting streak at 13 games. He is 20 for 51 during the streak, and he has the big league's longest current run.
There you go. And we told you that Rendon will be shut down. Do not expect Anthony Rendon to return this season.
Tonight is Mitch Keller against Tyler Anderson.
All right, so what do you think?
I'm done.
You're done? Does that mean I'm done?
Yes.
Boston Paul, thank you. Chris from Cambridge, thank you. Daniel Ferrara, thank you. Wow, look at all these great people who support us through thick and thin. Danny Fuller, King App, Laura, Leonard Donaldson, Mary, okay, Malpal, Post 1958. You got Rotorius, you got Tina, you got SM King Turd, you got Southpaw, Greg Roloff.
That means lefty.
Tito Luna. You got Aiden. You got Tommy Johnson. You got
And
Triple
Jeter.
Play. Look out. Are you kidding me?
You said the wrong kid to match with Tito.
Okay.
You said Aiden. He matches with Dr. Timko.
Oh, Dr. Timko. That's right. He was here before. Okay, everybody. Thank you. We love you so much. We thank you for your support. And what a surprise. I'll be back tomorrow.
Let's go. Anybody but the Dodgers.
I'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Will I talk about the Dodgers? You can bet your sweet Bippy I can talk about the Dodgers.
We're going to talk about the Rangers tomorrow.
There you go. I'll speak to you later. And thank you all so very much. Your support is everything, okay? Unbelievable. Thank you.